Hey YouTubers, I'm Jacob, and this is my 10-month review of the BDS Suspension 3-inch lift kit with Fox Performance Elite adjustable coilovers. All right, let's get into it. This is on my 2015 Ford F150, and I put about 8,000 miles on this BDS kit, climbing mountains in Colorado and bombing through the desert in Baja, Mexico. So far, I absolutely love this kit. It's been a huge upgrade. The manual adjustability of these Performance Elite shocks make it absolutely incredible. Being able to dial in my ride, whether I'm off-road, I'm towing or hauling anything. There's 6 high-speed settings right here. So if you go clockwise, it stiffens them up. If you go counterclockwise, it makes it a softer ride. Then there's also 6 low speed settings on this top dial. Same thing, it stiffens the ride up if you go clockwise, and it loosens it up or makes it softer if you go counterclockwise. And there's a detent, so you'll hear it click on the high speed. And for the low speed, it's more of a smaller indentation, so you kind of have to feel for it. Now, the slow speed adjustments or low speed adjustment knob still does affect high speeds, like on the highway, hitting overpasses or like different bumps and stuff, corrugations. It will help in some high speed scenarios, but it's mostly interstate driving. The way I set my shocks is I'll turn them all the way back counterclockwise to 0, and then I'll click in to make them a little bit stiffer based on the ride. So driving around town, I'll normally go about 2 to 3 clicks in on the high speed and 2 to 3 clicks in on the low speed setting. And if I get too much wind pushing me around on the highway or it feels like too soft, then I'll stiffen them up just a little bit. And that helps with just kind of rough roads around town. So this actually helps even just driving around town as well. If I'm towing, I'll stiffen them up all the way, and the truck drives the best it's ever driven with this lift kit. I thought it might affect it in a negative way, but it actually tows with our 21-foot travel trailer way better than it did with our Halo Lifts Boss suspension. I do have an extra add leaf in the rear of this truck too, and the BDS kit does come with upper control arm and a new aluminum rear lift block with U-bolts, and the U-bolts were long enough to include my add-a-leaf in the rear, so that was really nice. And so altogether, it's a much better setup that gives a very sturdy ride. So with this BDS lift kit, I'm running Weld racing wheels, and these are their cinch wheels with a 5.5-inch back spacing. I have Toyo 35-inch AT3s mounted up on there, and I'm able to clear those. I did have to trim the wheel wells a little bit just to make sure that the plastic wouldn't hit. I don't have my front crash bars. It's actually recommended to remove them for this kit. I took them off for the Road Armor bumper, but I did have to smash back the rear crash bar a little bit. I have heard if you go to an off-road shop, you can get an alignment where they'll actually space your front axle slightly further forward, and it'll help prevent hitting that crash bar. I haven't done that yet, but the truck rides really well how it is now. So for off-roading, there's a lot of different variables on how you may adjust the shocks. Now, if you're doing some like high-speed off-roading, you may want to soften them up like if you're hitting whoops and stuff, or you may want to stiffen them up so you don't bottom out. Now, Fox does recommend one way to tell if you're bottoming your shocks out is you can put a zip tie on there. When you compress, it'll push that zip tie down, and you'll be able to see like how far down on the shock compression you're getting, so you dial in your ride a little bit better. It is almost kind of a janky way, in my opinion, using zip ties to dial in a really expensive shock. They should just offer something that can be adjustable on there, in my opinion, but that's one way to quickly tell how to adjust your shocks. There's so many variables based on how much weight you have in the truck, what type of off-roading you're doing, but the way that I always like to set it is if I think I need to air down, I'll normally just set the shocks a little bit softer. If I get into terrain where I feel like I need more grip and I go to air down my tires, I may even soften them up a little bit more. But if I feel like I'm bottoming out, then you definitely want to give it a little more tension. So it's just really finding that right ratio based on the terrain you're traveling and how fast you're going on it. So I want to talk about travel and articulation. Now with this lift kit, you are having a 3-inch lift kit, and that's pretty much the maximum for a vehicle like this with independent front suspension. Now BDS has already accounted for the angles of the CVs. Now a lot of people are concerned, once you go to a 3-inch kit, you start snapping CVs like crazy. That is true. Now if you're bouncing the front end up and coming down, you're going to break a CV either way, in my opinion. So it's all about how you drive and giving some mechanical sympathy. But at the same time, I have driven this truck out in the sand dunes in California, and we set the GoPros up and we were getting full flex. I mean, the front end was coming off the ground, tires are coming up almost touching the front trim. I wasn't bottoming out the suspension at all. It drove amazing. And that was something that really surprised me, is I was thinking that with the 35s I may be hitting if I'm going at full flex, but this kit already accounts for that. They actually recommend running 35-inch tires as long as you have the right back spacing. So overall, the BDS lift kit has really well articulation, allowing the vehicle to flex in good scenarios, preventing wheel lifts, which will also prevent broken CVs. So overall, the BDS lift kit with the Fox Performance Elite shocks gives the truck a much sportier ride. It handles way better, not only off-road, but on-road as well, towing and hauling. I honestly wish I would have put this lift kit on here sooner. So let's get into the pros and cons. I'll start with the pros. The first pro is the Performance Elite shocks. The manual adjustability and all the different settings, high and low speed, is absolutely incredible, allowing me to dial in the ride exactly how I want it, based on if I'm hauling, towing, what terrain I'm on, you name it. So this lift kit allows for a lot less driving fatigue, allowing me to stay on or off the road much longer and in much more comfort. Another pro is this lift kit does allow for 35 by 12.5-inch tires with some trimming. Now you're going to need 5.5-inch back spacing on the back to make sure that your 35 doesn't rub the upper control arm as well. The areas I did have to trim was a little bit back here by the crash bar, and then a little bit at the front. Another pro is BDS offers a lifetime warranty on their products, so that covers the upper control arm, the aluminum rear lift blocks, and the U-bolts. Fox only has a 1-year warranty on their shocks, but you can also send them in to be rebuilt. And lastly, the BDS upper control arms allow for better articulation and travel while off-road. So now let's get into the cons. The first con I have is the manual adjustability. Now, it is an advantage, but you can't adjust it while driving down the road. So if you need to adjust it, you just simply have to stop, get out, and adjust all 4 corners. It's not really a game-changing con, I would say, but it's just something to be aware of. Most of the time, I just have it set up how I normally like it with an empty vehicle. And then if I plan to haul or tow, then that's when I'll adjust it before I hit the road, and then pull over and adjust them as needed. My next con is the mounting location of the Fox reservoir shocks. Personally, I think it's too exposed, mounted at the front of the truck here. I think it could be susceptible to rock strikes if I'm climbing any kind of ledges or anything like that off-road. Originally, I had them mounted even lower, and a viewer of mine, thank you, whoever it was, commented that my brackets need to be flipped upside down so that the bottom of the shock is even with the frame, and that'll protect it a little bit better, but personally I feel like it's just way too exposed up front here, and that also leads us into the third con. So my third and final con goes back to the mounting location of the Fox Performance Elite reservoirs. Because of this location, it's very susceptible to getting sand, mud, water, and debris kind of behind the dials, and it'll actually bind them up. So I've had one on driver's side get stuck 2 times now. It was after driving along the beaches of Mexico, salty, sandy area. I think a piece of sand got behind the dial and I just could not turn it. I contacted Fox and they said to spray it out with high pressure water. I tried doing that and they said don't force the dial with a wrench or anything, and I kind of went against my instinct of them telling me that, because they said if you can't turn it with high pressure water, you need to send them in to be rebuilt. Now what I ended up doing is taking a thick piece of rubber and I sprayed out the area as good as I could. I took an adjustable wrench, lightly clamped on there and just kind of wiggled it back and forth. I wasn't pushing too hard until it actually broke loose. Continued to spray it out and it's been fine ever since, but it's something that you really need to keep an eye on. Make sure you adjust the dials every once in a while just so they don't seize up on you. So my con on this would be if they could put the reservoirs maybe underneath the hood in a better protected location or somewhere else where you can adjust them without all the debris of everything your tire's throwing around on it. I think that would be a huge upgrade. So overall, this is a huge upgrade over the stock suspension for the ultimate off-roader, giving a Raptor-like ride on a standard F-150. So with this kit, care and maintenance does need to be taken into account. When you wash your ride, make sure your dials get clean, your shocks get clean, and you can actually rotate them so they won't bind up on you. So while this BDS 3-inch lift kit with the Fox Performance Elite shocks is expensive, I truly believe you get what you pay for, and I highly recommend upgrading to the BDS 3-inch lift kit with Fox Performance Elite shocks if you're looking for the ultimate ride on and off-road. And if you guys have any questions on this lift kit, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And I'm posting weekly videos on my 2015 F-150 and 1979 Ford Bronco, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow along. Thanks for watching.